Yes, ma'am. We are live now.
Perfect. So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Adda 7. I'm your host, Pragya, and so we will just have a small discussion about you guys as filmmakers and about your film. So, before we start the Adda session, I'll just tell you a bit about myself and a few rules which I would want all of us to follow. Okay, so a bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Pragya. I'm an intern here at Footprint Film Festival, and I've made a few video edits for them, and also did subtitling for a few films, which was a very interesting experience. So, and apart from that, I'm very excited to host the session today. So, a few rules which everyone has to follow are that just keep your cameras on. I do not want to talk to a wall. I want this to be as lively as possible. We are not in a school environment or anything. Then, if someone is speaking, everyone else should keep their mics on mute so that there is no disturbance. Third, if there is any sort of network issue, just put it down in the chat box and also put it on the Adda group on WhatsApp and just be yourself. And it's absolutely all right if, in case you are not able to answer a question of mine, I'm not going to mark you on this, right? So, shall we start with the Adda session? Would anyone like to introduce themselves first? Anyone? No? Okay. Niyaz, can we start with you?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Mohammad Niyaz Hasan. I'm from Bangladesh. And first of all, I'd like to thank the Footprint Film Festival for selecting four of my films to be featured in this festival. I'm really excited about that. For this Adda session, I'm here for my first ever created animated film, which is called Our Actions and Our Future. So this was the first ever type of animated film that I have tried to make. It was back when I didn't have any materials, so I just drew with my finger on a tablet, and from there it just slowly took shape into a short film. I tried to convey more awareness related messages through my artworks. Like this film especially, it's about how we as humans, we came onto this earth, we were rewarded with water, a blessing. And then as we grew and became more civilized, we started using water and for our own benefits, to the point where now we are polluting water. So it's a really common theme, but I just still wanted to convey the awareness out there. And so the film, the at the end, I say the message that, is this really the end? There's a question mark. So I mean, I believe that this is not the end. I believe that if we all work together, because most of us are aware of global warming and climate change, but many of us choose not to, take action on it. So I, as an artist, believe that I should take action through my artworks to raise awareness and to, maintain my responsibilities as well. So that's what the film is about. I believe that if we can work together, we can at least try to mitigate climate change. So
Right.
that's the main premise of my film. Thank you.
That's actually amazing. And the fact that you chose this particular topic to spread more awareness, that's absolutely amazing. What was your experience like while you were, drawing the figures, and how was the entire animation process experience like?
Well, since I was little, I very much love animated artworks and animation in general, cartoons, animes, etc. So when I first found that there was a free application on my tablet to like actually animate, I was really excited at first. So I drew like different tiny animations, like an egg hatching and a bird coming out of the egg. And so from there, I just felt a different kind of joy giving life to my drawings, to my artworks. So then I chose that I could make a short film to like 3 or 4 minutes, then it would be it like, and I could make it awareness related. So I mean, it's beneficial for the environment, I believe, at least. So yeah, I felt really like it was like a little child inside me, very excited as those drawings moved around, my own creation. So yeah, I
Right.
felt.
That's nice. That's great.
If I,
Thank you so much.
if I can
Thank
just
you.
Yes, ma'am.
to Mohammad, Niyaz, Hasan, we're so excited to meet you just by
Thank you.
looking at the film. So we're equally excited to have you. And I think such beautiful films, such simple ways to tell the story. It's absolutely fabulous, the kind of films you're making. And I hope you keep making many, many more like these. Uh,
Thank you so much for your encouragement. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pragya.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, can Ananya Pandey go?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
My name
Ananya.
is Hello. My name is Ananya Pandey, and I'm from Leelavati Baipadar High School. I study in class 9th. Um, Dancing, reading, drawing, etc. They're some of my favorite hobbies, and I especially love to act and express myself. Um, I would really like to thank Footprint Film Festival for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I've learned so much from this experience. I can't even express it in words. And I would really like to thank you all so much once again, and to my parents who helped me and who have always guided me throughout everything, and of course, my teachers. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ananya. So, can you tell us why did you choose like the theme of butterflies? Like, why butterflies? Why not something else?
Yes. So basically, I wanted to make a film on this topic because I'm a huge animal and nature lover, and I've always been raising butterflies since I was like 4 years old. So I used to collect the small caterpillars from plants, and me and my mom used to grow them and raise them up from when they were babies. I'm very concerned about the environment as well as its inhabitants. And I, as an individual, have been really enchanted by metamorphosis. So I wanted to propagate the liking for butterflies to other people as well. And I would like to conclude by saying that if nothing ever changed, then there would be no such thing as butterflies. So we should always embrace the changes coming in our direction, and we should respect all creatures, how little they are, because they have a huge role to play in our lives, especially butterflies because they're pollinators. So they actually help a lot in pollination and the growth of many plants and tree species around us.
That's great. That's awesome. So, thanks, Ananya. And it was very interesting to see how, like, I've never seen any short film being made on butterflies. It was very interesting to see that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next, can we have Ananya Chatterjee?
Hello everybody. My name is Ananya Chatterjee. I study in Global School International and I'm in class 12th currently. And my hobbies include painting, a lot of it to the point that I've painted on my closet right over there. And I also sing a lot. So I find more joy in creative arts, which is why I'm hopefully going to be pursuing a college for design. And yeah, so that's pretty much my introduction. And now, since we're all talking about the films we made, uh, um, my film was Kahani Kar. It was a heritage walk that our class teacher had organized for us. Now, our class teacher has always like brought up these initiatives on her own. She's really deeply like invested in heritage, which makes us also very curious about it. So when we had gone to Safdarjung tomb, I found it like really pretty. There were really interesting facts about it, about how it's one of the only tombs that actually does not have symmetrical shapes that all of our other tombs have, because at that time there was some problems with money and all of that, financial issues. So it was really interesting, and I got well hooked on the entire feeling and vibe of that place. And I filmed the entire thing, and I had made several versions of the same film because I had a lot of footage for this. And I decided that since this was one of the films that like was really close to my heart. I wanted to bring forward it for the Footprint Film Festival as well.
Right. It was very interesting. And the poem that was used in the movie, I thought that was really beautiful. So, did you write it?
No, a
Mm.
friend of mine, I've given her credit in the end. Her name is Sayada Shuazadi. She's so she is one of my closest friends, and she's always writing these kind of poetry. So whenever I hear, or like any of other of my friends hear other poetries, we're just like, you know what, Shua could do this, Shua could do this better. And we are always like asking her for help or like ideas for inspiration as well. So for this film, I had all she already had a particular poem ready for it, and I was like, you know what, this really goes along with the film that I made, so I wanted it to be included.
Right. So it actually matched really beautifully. So that was awesome. Thanks a lot, Ananya.
Thank you.
Next, can we have Dhiya?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Dhiya.
Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all. I'm Dhiya Lakshmi, and I'm studying in class 9th of Palghat. I love dancing and the traditional cultures and arts, especially of Kerala and India also. I wanted to make a film on that, and I made the film Old is Gold, and I thank all my parents, teachers, and also Film It and Footprint for encouraging and motivate me. Thank you.
So Dhiya, you in your film you showed this I don't know what you call it. I think it was goglet, right? So
Yes,
why did you
ma'am.
choose the goglet? Why not some other object? Like why did that have to be the main theme?
Ma'am, because while we were asked to join the workshop to attend on that day of instructing us to how to make the workshop, sir had asked us to show some object in our home which is almost older than 50 years. So in my home, I only had that goblet. So I showed that, and when I thought after the workshop, how can I connect this goblet with the theme of the workshop? So when I thought about it, I got such an idea, and I did like that, ma'am.
Right. So I actually like the idea how you give the history of the goblet and how it came to your family and to your grandmother from your great grandmother. And so that was really beautiful
Yes,
too.
ma'am.
Like you gave us a glimpse of your family history also through that, and how the goglet has now sort of like come back in some shape or form during the COVID time. So that was really good. Thank you, Dhiya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next, can we have Manaswin? Manaswin, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so can we see you on camera?
Yes. Hello. Hello.
I think Pragya looks like has dropped out. Let's just wait for her to join back. In the meantime, Manaswin, if you just want to go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about your film.
My name is Manaswin, and I'm from the 8th grade in Sanskriti school. I made a film which I titled The Enchanting Poshnool, which is basically about this bird, which is known as the Poshnool, and it's local to Kashmir, which is where I'm staying right now. The bird is actually endangered, so I made the movie so it could help raise awareness about the bird. And it also showcases the beauty of the bird and my interactions with it and how it made me feel.
Wonderful. I think Pragya is
Right.
back. Pragya, Manaswin was
Yes.
just about the film, so go ahead.
Right. I'm so sorry about that. There was some network issue on my end. Right. So, Manaswin, the film actually showed that yellow and black color bird, and I think that was very like it was that bird was not something I had seen before. So, like, what made you want to make a film on that particular bird and not some other bird, let's say a peacock or something?
Yeah, at first I saw the board
Was
and
it because of the color?
it looked very enchanting because of the color, yes. But then when I found out about it, I realized that it's actually an endangered species. So I hope that with my film, I could also slightly help raise awareness about the poach mole.
Right. And what was the entire filming experience like for you?
The filming experience was very fun. I had some cameras with which I would record the bird, and then I put a voiceover in an editing software. And it
Right.
was
So,
overall a very good experience, a very fun experience.
I'm glad that was a good experience for you. And yes, it did help create a bit of awareness about that bird. And it's definitely not something you'd see every day. So
Yeah, thank you.
I think Pragya is having some internet issues. Okay,
Yeah.
in the meantime, let's also go and listen to Vivaan. I think
so much.
we have not heard from Vivaan. Vivaan, go ahead, talk about your film. You're in Jaipur, in Rajasthan, right?
Yes, my name is Patni. I study in Maharaja Savai Mansingh Vidyalaya, Jaipur, in class 8th. So one day, when my mother was telling about this competition which was being held, uh, that time she was telling the topics, and all of a sudden my grandfather, we were eating lunch, and all of a sudden my grandfather said कि अरे वो देखो हमारे टाइम में तो ऐसे कॉल करते थे, इतनी देर पहले लगाना पड़ता था, बुक करना पड़ता था. So from there, I got the idea that I can use my grandfather. I can take his help and make a movie in which, like he communicated, I in some periods I portrayed myself as my grandfather, and in some places, me, my grandfather, and my grandmother were together talking about that. So it was a very good experience, and my grandfather did not do anything like it previously in his time or previously, so it was a new experience for him also.
Absolutely, Vivaan. I think, it's so fascinating that all of your films have come up with such varied ideas. Uh, so, yeah, I mean, the idea can emerge from anywhere. Pragya, are you okay now with your internet? Or you want me to
so far it's stable. I just hope it holds out.
no worries. We're all there. So go ahead.
Right? So
Vivaan has
next,
finished, yeah. Maybe
hmm,
Monuj and there's Ujaan.
yeah, I'll ask. So Manoj, can you come up and introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monuj Baidya, and I'm from Indian School Sur, Oman. I was born in Bangladesh. I have come here because I've directed the movie called Escape. This idea was basically our friends, when our teachers told us that there was a competition going on. Five of our friends, including myself, we got together and thought of what was the best genre we could come for. And all of us are a bit of geeks, you can say. So we were all hell bent on the idea of sci-fi. So that's how we thought of, okay, why not give it a shot? And here we are.
It's interesting how you actually got the uh, topic of time travel into this, and like how the main character is just got caught up in all of this mess and is trying to escape, but somehow ends up meeting the antagonist again after he steals the bag of money. So that was interesting. So, uh, why did you make it on time travel? Like, there could have been so many other things. Like, why did you choose time travel?
To be honest, the main reason was because it was fun shooting. when we all got together, I think out of 5 of us, like me and like 2 other friends, thought why not go with time travel. And then we spent like the other 2 people also tried to make like better ideas, but we couldn't like get our thoughts off of time travel. We thought it was very fascinating how we can go through different time periods without losing much. So we thought, okay, why not make it into a dark turn as well, to show the other problems with time travel.
Right. And it's very fascinating, like especially the graphics on the computers, which actually shows that, okay, I'll enter this particular code and then I'll get transported back to some timeline and all that. So that was really good. So thank you so much, Monuj. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, next, can we have Ujaan? Ujaan, you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, can we see you on camera? Right.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see me now?
Yes, I can. So Ujaan, tell us a bit about yourself.
Ma'am, I am Ujaan Das. I'm from the Heritage School and I study in the 8th grade.
Okay. And can you tell us a bit about your film?
The film, ma'am, I made it because we had to do something where our teacher told that find the oldest object that's still here in your family or in your home. And so I found a coat. I actually did not know whose it was. Then I found it was a few years old. And then I found out it actually belonged to my great grandfather. So I made a movie about it.
It's actually very like it gives us a glimpse of how much history and the changes over time that particular black coat has seen, and it really gives us a glimpse into your family history and how your great grandfather, your grandfather, they all like had to uh, see the aftermath of the partition and all that. So I think that is fantastic that you were able to make a movie on the black coat. That is really good. And what was the entire experience like for you? Like telling the audience that this is your family history, this is sort of your how should I put it? Inheritance, like you mentioned, like it will come to you as a part of your like family lineage, let's say. So what was the entire experience like for you?
Ma'am, the first thing was that first I wanted to actually make it and then narrate everything. But then I realized that the making will be much harder as the software in which I created, I did not have it was with my mother. It was in my mother's device. And I also had to learn some more features which I did not know at that time. Another thing was that while narrating also, it was many a times I got everything. I mean, I misspelled or I said it wrong, and I have to start the whole thing over again.
Mm. So that's okay. I think those small mistakes is like after you get over those mistakes, you come up with such a good movie which actually explains everything in a very beautiful way. So that movie was really good, Jan. Disha, you have to say something?
I wanted to, one, of course, congratulate Ujaan. I mean, everyone's films here have been very different and fascinating to watch. In particular, Ujaan's film was something that really connected personally with me. I found a lot of connection. At this point, I'd love to invite Purnima Dutt, who's here. Thank you so much, Purnima, for being here from Intact. Many of the films that have been made here and the filmmakers who are here are from a project run by Intact. So tell us a little bit about the project, and it's wonderful how you're getting children to really reflect on heritage and connect with heritage. So please share.
So the Filmit project, is one of our very dear, projects at Intact. So we work with schools and colleges, and our premise is that children will make a difference to the world, and it is how we reach out to them that is going to bring about a change in the way they think. So we started this program in the year 2008, and it was funded by a trust in UK called the Helen Hamlin Trust. And the reason for doing the project was because we believe that once you see something, like Ujaan, shared, it's once you unravel the story of something, then your connection with that, deepens. So the connection, in these 2 years, because it was the COVID times, children could not go out. So we really felt that connecting with what was there at home was very, very special. And the children brought out these connections very beautifully in these 2 years. And the project continued. And we had the most, in fact, these 2 years, we've had the most fascinating films because they were so personal. Generally when they go for a monument visit, they cover the monument, which even Ananya was sharing, and about her teacher, Samyukta, what she was sharing. So, but covering something which is there at home, that, that touches your heart. And that is why these films, whether it was the goblet, which Dhiya made, or whether it was the butterfly, uh, these are really very special for us. And we have close to, 5,000 films in these years made by children. And in many ways, they've gone on to the International Children's Film Festival also. But we thank Footprint and all of you all here, Bidisha and Priyanjana, for giving the children an opportunity, a platform for them to reach out. And I'm sure they're going to be more confident, as I also heard Niyaz sharing about his film, about how he delved into the world of animation. It's that's all a starting point. And I'm sure each one of you all are not only going to be making good films, but I'm sure you all are going to be making a difference to the world you live in. Because finally, for us at Intact, that is what is important. We are the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. And for us, it is very important for children to care and cherish for their heritage. So thank you so much to you all and to Footprints for giving our students the opportunity from our project. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Purnima. I think there's so much synergy because, Footprint also started off with the same, idea of actually creating a space and nurturing a space where what children think and how they perceive the world around us and how they connect with the world around us, they can actually have a space to share that. And I think as adults, we need to be able to listen to them and I think take them much more seriously than we do. So thank you for sharing, and I hope, this year I think we have a couple of films from Intact. I hope over the next few years we can see many more films that you're doing. So wonderful work, and thank you for being here. Pragya?
Yes, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for the insight. And I think it's a very great initiative. And we hope that we get to see more films being made by students. And like you said, the idea is that they have a very diverse, and we are actually getting to know about things that we never knew before. So that is actually a very amazing thing. And to all of you who have made films and are here today, thank you so much for making the films that you made. And we had a great time seeing the films and we enjoyed it very much. And we are unfortunately out of time, but I just want to say that just keep making films and just keep exploring and enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much all for joining. And I'll take your leave here now. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.